Hi, I'd like to begin by introducing you to two fictional Dognition customers. This is Mark and his dog Felix. He makes him very, very proud at every dog sports competition, bringing all the medals home. And this is Sarah and Rufus. She found him on the streets, rescued him, and they have been best pals ever since. So, based on our analysis, we know that one of these customers is much more prone to actually completing the Dognition assessment than the other. Which one do you think it is? So, what I would like to do today is to present three findings or factors that we have identified might be disencouraging customers from actually completing the Dognition tests. And of course, offer a business solution, which would be to create a Dognition mobile app. But before going deeper into that, let's take a look at the data. So the first thing we found is that most dogs that completed the Dognition assessments are purebreds. Furthermore, DNA tested dogs have a higher average of total tests completed. So basically, this gives us an idea of a specific type of owner, which we would call the breeders, who are particularly interested in finding more about their dog's personality. Whereas other types of owners may not have this external motivation in mind. So, our first recommendation would be to try to design and develop new motivations for different types of customers. The second thing we looked at was the completion and engagement rates. And one of the things that we can clearly see is that after test number 20, which is when you get the Dognition assessment, the signing counts and the total test completed rate decrease very significantly. So this basically implies that many customers are interested in getting their dog's profile, but are not seeing a lot of value in the games afterwards. So our second recommendation would be to work on an engagement strategy that would help Dognition and its customers make use of the games more sustainably throughout time. And then last thing we looked at was the moments in which customers use Dognition. So we can see here that the most popular time gap is between 6 and 7 p.m. And most users actually do the tests during weekends, specifically on Sunday. What we were thinking is that there is a big opportunity of increasing the moments in which customers use Dognition, especially during weekdays. So now going back to our proposal, which is to develop a mobile app for Dognition. I'd like you to imagine that Sarah goes to the park with Rufus, takes out her phone. This is her daily walk to the park. And she suddenly gets an alert from Dognition reminding her that she hasn't finished the assessment yet. So she basically decides to see the instructions right then and there and try out a few tests with Rufus. Furthermore, she can make a video of him doing tests, upload that to social media, share it with friends, and even get to know other Dognition customers with similar dogs or dogs with similar traits. So the idea of mobile app is not only of giving the customer the possibility of having much more flexibility of the times and places where they can use Dognition, but specifically to create this additional motivation for completing Dognition, which would be to socially share the information that they gain from Dognition about their dogs. And we would also believe that this engagement strategy would allow the customers to keep on doing tests even after finishing the assessment. So that is why we think that this is a mobile-first era, and it's time for Dognition to take the step towards it. Thank you.